friends close. Keep your friends close. Keep your friends close. Yeah. 'Cause it's hard when they're far away. We fell in love on the phone in the funniest tone. Now it's a struggle, try to trouble you to come back home. I've been here for a while, look how much of it's grown. Gotta glorify a story that nobody has told. This is life in real time. In life I've realized that lightning's gonna strike if you don't cover your toes. Dignified, victimized, different lives signifying they were lying when they told you that nobody's alone. 'Cause I'm alone in this fort we built, still holding on to your bones. Tell your corpse be still. All the songs I composed with the force we willed shows every bridge that we burn. We of course rebuild, off course rebuild upon that secret hand-holding technique. Write it on the calendar with a plan you hope for next week. I thought that it was perfect when I said those lines. Adding hours to my life out on West Coast time. It's the comeback, the comeback, the comeback home. I'm saying please won't you come back home, because I'm sick of throwing rocks at your window, writing comeback poems and saying please won't you come back home. Yeah, despite all my travels I've come back home. So despite all your travels, won't you come back home? Won't you come back, just come back, just come back, just come back home. It's the comeback home. I made a few mistakes, but I'll be using them to pave my roads. As if sleeping with a Catholic girl could save my soul. As if the weight of all these heavy things could break my bones. I shed my old skin and change my clothes. Put up my hood and hold the moment in passing. Me and Lulu from Denver talk music, put our souls into action. I keep a shiny little bullet in my pocket that says DJ Grumble. We gon' blow up at any second, bro, but we stay humble. I'm recounting my measure of miles. Dad said to always leave a dear friend with a smile. But as I walk on, my shoes remind me of me. My soul's worn down, but my tongue still speaks. Check it. Shout out to Mia from Seattle. Got a tattoo of my lyrics on her shoulder blades. This one's a toast to the roads that we'll always take, and for a stranger to carry my burden on her back. Something that time won't erase until our ghosts will fade. Just gotta come home, just come home, just come home someday. It's the comeback, the comeback, the comeback home. I'm saying please won't you come back, just come back, just come back home. I take a step into the sun from this black room. My name is Dylan and there's blood on my tracks too. Cover the path I carved if we're gonna be gone this late, and put my pen in the middle just to compensate. Get it? I swear to God that this is not my fate. Lost looking for a common place. We said goodbye on the phone in the loveliest tone. Now it's a struggle, try to juggle this puzzle alone. It isn't light like the candle kind. And when we think about life, we don't plan to die. But when we think about lights, we all plan to shine. Keep in mind, we all gon' grow up like dandelions or Amanda Bynes. This is the comeback home. I'm saying please won't you come back home, because I'm sick of writing all these fucking songs about you. Come back home. I'm sick of looking at our picture, won't you come back home? I'm sick of thinking about you all the time, come back home. I'm sick of sleeping alone, won't you come back, just come back home. It's the comeback home. It's the comeback home. Yeah. And so in the end, we end up right where we started. You gotta keep your friends close, 'cause it's hard when they're far away. Yeah. You gotta keep your friends close through hard times, 'cause it's hard when they're far away. Shout out to DJ Grumble on the beat. You gotta keep your friends close through hard times, 'cause it's hard when they far away. Check it. I got ghosts. Yeah, I got ghosts. Yeah, I got ghosts. This song is for anybody who's ever been haunted by anything in their life. Yeah, I got ghosts. Let it go. Yeah, I got ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route. Close your eyes, let me show you what I dream about. We fell asleep up on the ride home to the raindrops in stereo and my phone buzzing. But I'd never heard a sweeter sound than all your cluttered thoughts slowly almost leaking out. Like we could do this with our eyes closed. As I listen to you try to hit the high notes, I said it's a simple thing that I'm thinking upon. Yes, I've been prickled, but I'm soon to be figuring out. In a different time zone, watching the fireflies fly. I'm always far away from where my mind goes by. You put a mountain in my way and I could climb that, or put an ocean in my way and I could dive right through it. It's funny how we stand unchanged and plans unmade. I've always been a runaway but can't complain, because yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and I got my weathered hands and feel me reaching out, as if the heavier life is gonna even out. She said, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving now. They said, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving now. There's too much shit that we don't speak about. Awkward silence, oftentimes I've been talking to my waterline, trying to make my demons drown. If things have changed since that ride home, then we're an accident away from being fine. So I think it's funny how we never hit the high road. Somebody gets something to run like they call the 5-0. Die slower, pose up on this sunset town, cause only gravity can hold all of our upsets down. We could climb up to your rooftop, our young chest pound, about to levitate and everything will come back around. I've been waiting a lifetime to touch that ground, so if I burn this bridge, would you jump that now? Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close.